Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is KPZ. You are here on the home of the Slightly Above Average Ship Review. Today, got to capture the base match on a map called Big Race, and we are top tier in the Tier 3 Premium German Destroyer, the G-101. G-101 came out a very, very long time ago. No, there's not a Founders Edition, but it did come out a very long time ago. And I just never got around to doing a match in it. You know, it's very, very similar to the Tech Tree Destroyer, the V-170. If I cared about how different it was, I guess I could have written some stats down. Maybe I will do a comparison video, which I have done in the past for other ships. But right now, we are in the G-101. We have got the Halloween Commander. I think she's a Halloween Commander. Maybe Rust and Rumble. Blue Furiora. I can't remember. Anyway, she's in the helm. And we're moving out in the G-101. So a unique weapon that the lower tier German destroyers have is the front launching torpedoes. And so if I were you and I had this ship, right, the V-170, aside from launching torpedoes at the Izakaze and shooting at them, I would use the front-mounted torpedo launchers whenever possible. And think about it this way. You can go directly at an enemy destroyer, you can thread the needle on their torpedoes, or if they're out of torpedoes, and you present almost no profile to them whatsoever when using your bow launchers. So that's what's really great about it. Also really great, if you can ever catch a battleship with one of those things. Speaking of catching, we caught the Izakaze with a torpedo for a devastating strike and a first blood medal. All right, moving in, we shot our front launchers at this Clash Horn. It doesn't look like he's doing a whole lot. Now that I've shot at him, he appears to be doing a little bit more. As you can see, there is an aircraft carrier in this match. We are dealing with carrier-based airplanes. And we set, I think we set that ship on fire. Clash Horn. Looks like he damage conned. And I torped one at the Wyoming thinking I could get him with my torpedoes. And clearly I can't. All right, moving in, trying to dodge carrier, plane, torpedoes. While torping at the same time, we drive right into it. So I'm a moron. But in addition to being a moron, I'm also going to get very lucky here as I hide in the remainder of my smoke screen. And one torpedo strike on the St. Louis. Clash Horn's still out there. Would really like to finish him off. But he gets killed before I can kill him, and that may be a Kraken fail right there, folks. Although it does not meet the definition that I've made up for Kraken fails. All right, we shot a little bit at the St. Louis, but he is no longer in our area. Ships are getting killed left and right, and we only have one kill. All right, let's move out here. We're moving into the enemy cap circle, and we only have 1,713 hit points left. So how are we going to pull off an almost Kraken fail? Well, that's a great question. You're just going to have to watch the rest of this match to find out. Lower tier destroyers in the German line, tier 2, 3, 4. Maybe even you could say the T-61. I treat those more as torpedo boats. I use the torpedo-focused commander on those ships. Now, in this ship and in my T-61 video, I'm using Blue Furiora. She's an event commander who has a base trait that increases destroyer speed. Strongly recommend getting that commander. Much better than Von Spee, the regular torpedo-focused commander. His base trait is really worthless. Speaking of which, while I was in the cap, I spotted the Hosho. And I'm always down to kill an aircraft carrier, as you people know. So we're just trying to get the Hosho in torpedo range. Now, is this guy doing the thing where he's riding the border? So if a ship is steaming into the border, sometimes they can be extremely difficult to hit because they're moving the entire time. They're not going straight into the border. When you go at an angle, the ship will kind of slide along the border, and it makes it very difficult to target it because it's always moving at a very oblique angle. So I'm not sure that's what's happening here, but I thought that might have been at first due to the torpedo indicator. If I zoomed in to look, I guess that would be more useful, but why would I want to do that? We're just going to launch torpedoes. There you can see, you know, the torpedo indicator, I would say yes, it is maneuvering into the border and sliding along it. We'll know here in a second. Yeah, I guess it was. All right, so that's a smart maneuver by that player, although since we have him sized up, he is going to be dead very soon. As soon as these torpedoes hit their target. All right, high caliber metal with just 52,812 damage. All right, kill number 2. All right, we're moving out here in the G-101. It's evened up around here significantly. It's 3 ships to 3 remaining. He's going to do a torpedo drop on me. I have almost no health. I just get in the middle of these 2 torpedoes and immediately go to all ahead full, or all rear, and then back forward. So what I mean by that is I cut the propulsion to the rear in order to help myself. There, we tail tapped one of those torpedoes right as it went into the water and took it out. The second torpedo is going to sail on by harmlessly. So now I know I only have to dodge one more torpedo drop from these planes, and I won't have to worry about them anymore. So we are maneuvering, and I'm trying to get him to go on with me in a way that's going to let me dodge the torpedoes. And I think he just threw him in the water. I don't know. Oh, no. He came back to make a big run at me. All right. So he didn't drop that last time. He just faked like he was dropping. Here is a real drop. And again, we're just going to turn away here. And he's waiting to the very last second to drop the torpedoes. And again, we split the wickets. Meanwhile, off screen, one of our ships, the South Carolina, has taken out one of the other enemy ships. Now, I promised you a Kraken fail of sorts. So we already had our chance to kill the Clash Horn and failed. So that would put us at 3 kills. So that must mean we're going to take out the last 2 enemy ships. We are. And we are going to use these unique front-mounted launchers to get the final kill. As a way of showing you how great this destroyer is and how fun it is and how much I like playing it. So we're moving in here. Got some medals up on the screen. We're doing a good job. Our team is losing by 1 point. Or not. Okay, we just got 2 points for some. All right, we were losing very briefly, but now we're not anymore. All right, I'm in the cap circle. And this is going to force the enemy team to come back here to deal with me because now we're getting points that they aren't getting. And you can see off in the distance, V-25 just took out the other destroyer on our team. It is now 1 versus 2. And we're going to have to get it done all by our lonesome here in the G-101 with not a ton of health left, if I say so myself. All right, anticipating something is going to come around the corner there. We're going to send both our side launchers that way and hope someone runs into them. And then we're speeding up here, and I think we're going to turn and go back, cut back against the grain here, and try to ambush one of these 2 ships. Oh, this was pretty suspenseful. I remember this somewhat well, and this is one of those things where you're always a little nervous in a ship without a lot of hit points, but you know if you can get the drop on the enemy team, you can take them out. So it's always nice to have a little bit of a nail biter here. Boy. Anyway, G-101, definitely torpedo boat. Would run it as a torpedo boat. It's a fun ship. If you need a Tier 3 premium, I would really recommend this one. Off the top of my head, I'm trying to think of what other Tier 3 premium destroyers there are. And not having a lot of luck thinking of any other ones. All right, so the indicator means an enemy ship is in the cap circle now. Presumably, our torpedoes are reloaded. So really the best way to take care of this is to just go ambush somebody. So we're moving out. We've got one smoke screen left. There is the enemy Wyoming. He is too far away to see us or shoot us, but we are not too far away to torpedo him, and it will only take one torpedo to finish him off. And that means the ship in the cap circle is the enemy destroyer, the V-25. It's the down tier version of this ship. So it has single launchers at the bow, and then it has the twin launchers on the side. So we are going bow on to where I think he is at to present that bow profile to him, make ourselves hard for him to hit. All right, there he is. Bow launch number 1, out. He shoots and hits, but doesn't do a ton of damage. Off screen, our torpedoes kill the Wyoming. And on this screen, we finish off the V-25 with a double strike. Oh yeah, love that ending, folks. All right, here we are on the victory screen. Double strike medal, first blood medal, 2 devastating strike medals, and the high caliber medal. Ton of progress ribbons. Just 67,262 total damage. 8 torpedo strikes, 4 big kills. We ended up with 164,678 silver and 3546 ship XP and commander XP in the G-101. And there we are at the top of the board. 5 medals, 4 big kills, 1818 base XP. I was shocked to see the South Carolina was the number 2 ship on our team. I was even more shocked, not really, to see that the Rhine in our team did not contribute at all, apparently. All right, let's go into the port and take a look at the ship. Upgrades, just 1, aiming system mod 1. In terms of the loadout, 2 charges of the smoke generator, 2 charges of the engine boost. We were running the common battle booster for speed. Got this permanent Type 9 camouflage. And of course, the legendary birthday flag. Take a look at the stats. 9,900 hit points with our build. Got those 4 105mm guns, 9.1 kilometer firing range, 4.4 second reload, 18 second turn time, HE shells 1200 max damage with a 5% fire chance, armor piercing shells 2300 max damage. Moving on to the torpedoes, got those 2 individual launchers at the bow and 2 twin launchers on the sides. Reload every 37 seconds. Max damage 10,600. 7 kilometer range at 58 knots. And the detectability is 1,000 meters. AA defense, you can see you have a little bit of AA, but not any meaningful AA. Maneuverability 38.1 knots, 520 meter turning circle, 2.9 second rudder shift time. And concealment 4.4 on the surface, 2.4 from the air, 2 kilometers even when firing in smoke. Taking a look at our commander. Honest, we're gonna, I don't know what I'm saying. All right, here's our commander, Blue Furiora. Base rate increases the speed of the destroyer, which is why I recommend Blue Furiora as a purchase if you can afford it, or for portal shards. Anyway, I don't think we're going to go through the rest of the build. Swirsky Bay, Subsurface Venture, Fragile Threat, Perceptive. I guess I am going through the rest of it. Destroy, Redestroyed, and of course, Unstoppable. I don't recommend Give Me Speed. You get that rudder knocked out and you're going to be having a bad day. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this G101 video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. I'll see you next time.